You know, a lot of times when I start doing these update videos, I kind of just do my usual intro, talk about whatever comes to mind, and just move forward with just me repeating the same stuff honestly over and over. It's kind of getting to the point where it's a little ridiculous that I keep saying the same things or very similar things on each update video, and lo and behold, nothing really ever changes. It's like I don't really hold myself to a high standard when it comes to what I want to do with content creation and streaming, and I just kind of let everything go with the flow and just don't really care. But I do care. I really do care a whole lot about really everything that I do. Streaming is something I'm passionate about, and I want to be making videos here relatively soon. And it's something I keep talking about and talking about and talking about. And I used to do daily streams, and everything has essentially fallen apart in, say, it's most prominent the last month or two, but let's be real, it's been probably going on for the past like 6 to 8 months. So this is the final update video of 2024. Don't worry, it's not a bad one. I'm not going anywhere. But I want to just cover everything. I want to cover what's been going on with the streams, with the video creation, with the channel, why is Discord no longer showing up in descriptions, and what's the plan with the future. What is going to be happening with the Katathi YouTube channel, the Katathi VOD channel from way back when, as well as the Twitch channel. Honestly, there's not too many changes, but I feel like I need to just sit back and just talk about everything that has been going on. What has been going through my mind, what has been happening in the kit life, what has led to the point that this video is being made right now. There is a lot. So I hope you all will stick with me. If it helps, put this on ×2 speed, because I imagine this might be long, or it could be short. Who knows? I won't know till it's done. But I want to separate this into 4 parts. Essentially, what's been going on with the streams, what's been going on with the videos, what's been going on with the updates to the channel, and then what I want to get back to. So let's start off with what's been going on currently. Now, I've said this before in previous streams, I've said it before in previous videos, but life and work have been interesting for me lately. Back in the previous update video, I talked about starting a new job, and I was super excited, and things were starting off pretty well. And now it has hit an all-out stressful peak that I wasn't exactly planning for, to say the least. My job is not stressful. My current full-time job is not stressful in the slightest for what I do. What I do, it's actually pretty simple, and I have a very easy time doing what I do. I've not really said what I do on stream, and that's just because the nature of my work, like, I can't get into too many specifics until like I leave, but just know that I'm essentially a secretary mixed with a salesperson. That's the best I'm going to say. Regardless, it's pretty easy work. However, when everyone around me is stressed or new situations are thrown into the fold and people start freaking out, I start getting stressed because I'm trying to do my job while kind of calming people down. And it has led to just me getting insanely stressed after work every single day because I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to be working on my own for the entire day? Am I going to be with a team? Is it going to be a hellish day? Is it going to be an easy day? Usually I don't know until like 3 hours into the shift, and while I try to make the most of it, everyone's stress around me has started to really affect me. On top of that, I've had life stress outside of work, if you can believe it, that has also been stressing me out to no end. That also involves people, mostly like family and some friends, just pulling me in so many different directions as I was trying to isolate myself, that I just completely mentally crashed and burned. Like, completely crashed and burned. It was not good. It was not good at all. And I had to sit back, I had to think about all these different choices, all these different ideas, and just say, what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? How is everything going to get better? And really, I've been having like a big lack of support recently, except for a few people who have been still supportive, and I appreciate it. But a lot of the support where I'd want it to be, or just, you know, helpful advice has just not been there. And I guess that's what you get when you isolate yourself from pretty much everybody. On top of that, more stress, because when it comes to streaming, I've been comparing myself to literally so many other people that I have known throughout the years. People I've never met before that have like just started, you know, doing content creation, that it's starting to, me comparing myself to others is not healthy, but has been very depressing to say the least. I laugh about it, but it's what gets me through it. It's what gets me through it. Regardless, all in all, everything just stressed me out way too much. And it's caused, as some of you may have noticed, streams to kind of be on a hiatus for a little bit, because I would come home from work, or I'd come home from wherever Doge took me to go get food or something, and I would immediately go to sleep. Like, no bye, no goodnight or anything. I'd just immediately pass out, no ifs, ands, or buts. And that was a constant thing. Actually, at the time of this video being recorded, I've done that now 3 days in a row because of all the stress getting to me. And the worst part is the sleep doesn't do anything. It actually does absolutely nothing for me. Nothing at all. I just sleep and I don't even feel rested. I just wake up and I'm like, can I go back to sleep? Because nothing happened. And in turn, because when you get super stressed, your physical health also can get affected. I was getting sick before a lot of streams. I was getting sick constantly on the weekends. I was getting sick at work quite a bit, and I would work through it, and they'd tell me to go home, and I wouldn't because I need the money. So there was a lot. There was a lot. And then because of me getting sick a ton and trying to go to sleep, I've stopped playing really a lot of games, both on and off stream. And if you have me added on Steam, you'll just see me playing idle games, because I just... it makes me feel like I'm progressing or accomplishing something. I'm really not, but it's something. It's something. But after this past 2-3 months, I've pretty much looked at myself in a mirror and had a huge pep talk with myself. I don't know if that's healthy, but like, it worked for me, because I pretty much told myself that I need to start taking things a lot more seriously. If I'm going to get past being at least 30 years old in the next few years, like, I need to start taking things super seriously. Otherwise, let's be real, I might not make it. With how my health is, that could be a real possibility. And it's scary to think about, but it's honestly the reality. So what do? I need to start taking things more seriously when it comes to what I want to do in life, what I want to do in my future, what are my goals for the future, and do I want to still keep jumping from job to job until I find something that's not stressful? Unfortunately, because I have so much different work experience, that's a downside for most people, because it seems like I jump ship every job I have, which is why not a lot of places wanted to hire me after I left my previous job. So I am going to be sticking with this job I'm currently at for the foreseeable future until I figure out what more to do. But when it comes to after that full-time job, I need to figure out what Kit needs to do to survive in the future. What is going to make Kit happy? What is going to make Kit feel fulfilled? What is going to be my mark to say that I truly feel accomplished in life? And as dumb as it might sound for a lot of people, because it's the one thing that has consistently brought me happiness and consistently has put a smile on my face more than anything else in this world, has been streaming and content creation, or attempted content creation. It might sound dumb, but that's really where I'm at. It is the one thing that brings a smile to my face. Sure, there's really been no one in streams as of lately. I'm gonna say it as it is. not really anybody has been coming to the streams as of lately. I get it. People grow up, they watch other things, they have life they actually get to worry about. People actually having lives is a fucking myth to me, but because I'm me. But that's the reality of the situation. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. And that's completely fine. I'm actually, like, it sounds weird, but I'm completely fine with that because I understand that. But even me streaming to no one still brings me so much joy because something about just streaming and talking, whether it's letting my own thoughts out, whether I'm just playing a game and showing an empty void what I'm doing, for some reason that feels so fulfilling to me. It really, really does. This is not a pity sort of thing of like, oh, I want more people. No. Truthfully, I stream because it makes me happy. If it makes other people happy, that's a bonus. But truthfully, streaming for other people to watch or even no one to watch, I can't exactly explain why, but it just brings a smile to my face, which is why I'm still going to continue with it. But before we talk about the streams, I want to cover the elephant in the room, which is about videos, because I've talked about it for years and years and years, and nothing's happened. And then I say I'm going to do it, and then nothing's happened. And I say I'm going to do it again, and then nothing happens. But guess what? I actually started a video. I actually went on to Sony Vegas, started editing a video together, because a game made me so angry and upset that it is literally the catalyst for a new idea. That's not really that new, but like my own take on an idea, and is what I want to start with video creation. That which being Funko Fusion. Because oh my gosh, that game is terrible. But it gave me an idea. And I want to make that video a reality. So I started making it on Sony Vegas. And then I was told to stop because they're like, you should switch editing software. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. But I am actively editing a video. If you can believe, I know it's hard to believe, but it is actually happening. Hey, Feature Kid here. Sorry for the stop. Regarding that Funko video, I actually learned that half of my footage did not record while I've been setting that video up. So it's not going to be to the quality that I probably want it to be, but I'm going to still make it work, and I'm doing my best, even though I've been sick this entire time while working on it. But I'm also wanting to just interject to try teaching myself freeze frame. It's fine, but just know the video is still being worked on. And in fact, that's not even the only video that's being worked on. My idea board right now, for all the video ideas I want to do, has grown tenfold. I know what type of videos I want to start making before I branch out to more creative stuff. But I want to start easy, learn the ropes, see what I need to improve on, see what I need to work on, and then grow to hopefully being able to make some cooler stuff here in the future. I've said it before, but like, it actually exists. It's crazy. And to give a little info about the videos being worked on, obviously I said there was a Funko Fusion video that's being worked on. A game that no one should play. at least right now. They still need to fix on PC. I've heard it's better on console, but we'll cover that in that video. But I'm also making, as you can see in the background, I'm playing Vampire Survivors. There's actually a Vampire Survivors video that will not be out for a very, very, very long time. But it is being worked on starting as of last week. And then at the same point, after talking to my good old union in Nikkei and some members there, I do want to start making some Nikkei Goddess of Victory videos. Not really of team building, because I'm terrible at that, but of just some other more interesting stuff that at least I find interesting. So there are plans. Each have a different style, but the main one I'm going to be focusing on is the Funko Fusion type of video, with more games planned to have videos being made behind that. Do I think it's going to be out before the end of the year? Yes. Do you have a specific day? No, but we'll get to that. But I am, after having the reality check, after going over what is going on in my life and health-wise, I'm taking this super seriously. And I'm pretty sure in the past I never did. Which kind of sucks to say out loud, but like truthfully, I don't think I took it seriously at all. And now I am. So I'm going to go with this, and we're going to see what happens. We're absolutely going to see where it goes, and, you know, we hope for the best. Another interjection, the videos will be higher quality than these update videos of late. I'm holding myself to a higher standard than I've done previously. Now, the reason why this update video has these interjections is because, one, I'm still learning how to edit, and you have to learn while doing it. But two, I've also been sick for now 5 days total, if you couldn't tell. So I just don't want to re-record while sounding maybe worse throughout the entire update video. And I just still wanted to get it out. So thank you for that. Thing is, when it comes to the streams though, once we get these videos out, I don't want to fill sub boxes with a bunch of streams and a bunch of videos all going out at the same time. Now, it's not going to be like a ridiculous amount of videos, but I would still like to, you know, focus on the videos that I make. And if you're able to see the streams, then you're able to see the streams. Luckily, I watch a few other content creators who were actually just starting on YouTube relatively recently. And I mean that like in the streaming sense, like they're massive creators. Anyway, and I pretty much took some notes from them on essentially unlisting the streams once we start getting the videos out and then publishing them at a later time. That way they're not absolutely flooding the sub box. Right now, you're just going to keep getting the streams because that's the only content I'm pushing out. But once I start making more and more videos, the YouTube streams will show up regularly. It'll show up on your sub box or on the homepage. But once the stream is done, it'll disappear for like a day or two, and then I'll probably put it up a little bit later, just to work better with YouTube. So that's a plan though in the future. We don't have to worry about that right now. In regards to the videos though, once they're out, feedback is highly encouraged because I am self-teaching myself how to edit. This is another reason why it's just taking so long, is because and I'm just gonna be honest here, I've had zero confidence in my editing ability to reach the level of videos that are currently being made right now in a similar style. But what I can't do well in editing, I can make up in my strategic brain, my script writing, and at least my gameplay. So, but as time goes on, you know, I will learn how to edit, and it'll be better and better, and we can go from there. And I hope me saying this stops the editor spam emails I keep getting because there's been like 3 people for some reason, I guess it was after the September video, like asking if they wanted me to hire them as an editor full time. Never met these people before. I don't think they actually watch the content. I think I just say edit in a video and it hits the algorithm or something. I don't know. But like, I've not responded to any of them. Excuse me. Like, please. Let me get to know you before I hire you. Like, and I also don't have any money, so like, no. I'm going to do it myself. Lastly, in regards to videos, I want to talk about shorts, because one of my brothers who has been starting to do like YouTube and Twitch stuff, he's been apparently making a whole bunch of shorts on like TikTok and also on YouTube. And while I do want to make more shorts, I don't have any clips that are current. The last clip that has actually been made has been 2 years ago. I think it just kind of goes to show how my mental state has kind of affected the streams in a negative light, and I do apologize for that, because it's not been super enjoyable. Like, there's not been too many crazy clips or something going on in that aspect. Plus, half the time it's me just yelling at people who are trying to give me advice for stuff that I don't need. But I will make shorts in the future, and hopefully we can start getting more clips again, so that way they can be made. But for right now, I'm just going to put it on the back burner. I'm going to focus on videos, and we'll take it one step at a time. In regards to streaming, this part's honestly really quick, but until we talk about games. Twitch channel wise, I know I need to update the about section. I've already been told that numerous times. I need to update channel points. People have told me that numerous times. People have asking if sound alerts are going to come back. The answer is no, because currently they don't add anything to the stream, and I think it's better to do sound alerts if you have a much bigger audience, because it just makes more incentive for people to use them. But when you have the audience, or like the active audience that I do, sound alerts are more of a nuisance than anything, and I'm just not here for it. Also, I want to get WizBoo to actually start working on Twitch. I haven't used my laptop in a while, and I need to also get the VODs put up there, which we'll get to that in a moment. But Wizboo for Twitch is on my laptop, and Wizboo will be coming back shortly. YouTube-wise, I'm going to be messing with some thumbnail ideas since I'm not super artistically talented in thumbnails, but for streams, I've been either trying to keep them pretty much the same throughout, not really changing anything, and some of them I just change the background like I've done in the past. Really, I don't think anyone really cares about what kind of thumbnails that I do, but I want it to be like something interesting and something, I guess, unique to the channel. But I might just keep doing just changing the background and just keeping everything else in the foreground fine. Maybe doing a blur again like I did in the past, but I'm not sure. I'm not artistically talented in that aspect. I'm also going to be updating descriptions again. Essentially, the Discord link is being taken out and being redone by, I think, just essentially the Twitch link in that case. For those who don't know, the Discord server, still able to use it. It's still going to be around. There's no reason for me to be on there if I'm still isolating myself. So feel free to chat on that as much as possible if you like. I appreciate that. I do read everything that's posted on there. I just don't really interact with it too much anymore due to the fact that I'm isolating myself. So yeah. Playlist will be updated, and then like I said, unlisting and then publishing the streams as previously mentioned. That's going to be happening. Stream-wise, I'm also going to be updating Wizboo finally with some updated commands and updated timers. That way y'all can at least interact with the Wizboo if nothing else. Also, all games are on the table now, including games I've raged at in the past. Yes, I'm looking at you, Dead by Daylight. I know people don't want me to play Dead by Daylight anymore. However, one, there's a new character coming out that has a dog. But also, two, I really want to actually, quote-unquote, complete the game, achievement-wise. Even if they keep adding more achievements, I still want to at least do what I can there. I'm not really too interested in cosmetics. I'm not really too interested in, like, the Battle Pass cosmetic stuff anymore. But I do want to at least get as much done as I can to say I can, like, 100% Dead by Daylight and then only have to do the new stuff they put in. Now, when it comes to also games, I'm mostly going to be focusing on solo streaming since I'm still isolating myself and I'm not really feeling comfortable to VC with others. That being said, like, the only people that will probably be on stream that you'll see is Doge, Cube, and Slime, mostly because they know how to deal with me mentally shutting down. They know how to deal with me when I try to isolate and push everyone away because they've dealt with me for the past 10 years and they know how to handle it compared to a lot of others who don't. But game suggestions are still encouraged, but I'll just be playing whatever I'm feeling at the time, not really what's popular at the time. I've never been one to play the popular games, but I just want to like double down on that whatever I'm feeling like playing is what I'm playing. Now, regarding games, last thing I just want to talk about in this section, any game that was a collab game is currently on hiatus for this foreseeable future. If I do decide to not isolate and reconnect with a whole slew of people, like we're talking double digits whole slew of people, then sure, these games will come back. But at this time, if you're expecting more content on Guilty Gear, if you're expecting Danganronpa, Monster Prom series, 100% Orange Juice, any of those sort of collab games, those games are currently off the table for the foreseeable future unless something changes in my mental. Games such as finishing up Raincode with Slime, Magica with Slime, or games that Doge and I play or that Doge, Cube, and Slime play, like I said, are on the table specifically because, like I said, they know how to deal with me in those situations, and for the most part, they kind of run those streams, and I'm just the channel that hosts it in that sense. Also, any game from the past is now fair to play, so we're going to be going back and playing a lot of games from the past, especially as some sequels are coming up here relatively soon. And at the time of this update video, there's currently 3 games that are being streamed since we just finished Funko. First one being Metaphor v Fantasio. I am coming back to that. Same with the Binding of Isaac Repentance. And it's actually a surprise new game for something I want to get done that will be started. All I'm going to say on the game is that it's on older hardware. It's going to be starting kind of a plan that I have for streams featuring those type of games. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And while I do want to finish games I'm currently streaming, y'all know I get distracted very easily. Doge, Cuban Slime, and I have like talked about like numerous random games that have been coming out that want to be played or streamed, and there's some games that caught my eye that I'm like, oh, maybe I should stop Metaphor for a little bit and play it. There's a lot going on, so I'm gonna try to finish them 100% before I switch to something new. But if I start getting distracted, I'm getting distracted. And old games that haven't been completed, those will return soon as well. The last thing I really want to talk about is daily streaming, because I haven't actually daily streamed in a long time due to everything that I said that was going on. Really, the only thing that's keeping me going, honestly, all in all, is streaming. I don't really have much going for me, if we're being honest. And streaming is the one thing that is really keeping me going and pushing me forward in life. And I don't, like, in the past I used to care about growth immensely and at least making friends in the space, but I'm learning I'm really shit at that. So now it's not even focused to grow, although yes, it would be nice. Just streaming is the most fun I've had doing anything in such a long time. I've said this when I started streaming, and it's still been consistent to this day that it's the most fun I've had doing anything. And I want to keep doing it. And I do hope that when I actually make the videos I want to make, that it will be the same. So I'm going to just stick to it. I'm going to stick to daily streaming. And it hopefully should have started around the time that this video comes out. I don't know if it's coming out on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like, I don't know when this video is coming out. This was recorded on Saturday morning at like 1 in the morning. So I'm hoping that this comes out at the time where like I am daily streaming. Yeah, about that. We are still doing daily streaming. Don't worry. It's just taking a minute to restart due to my health being very poor this weekend, but that all of this was recorded. Hence, sick sounding past kit and current future kit. If all goes well around the time this video goes out, we should be back to daily streaming, assuming that I get better. For weekday streams, it's going to be one stream at least 4 hours. I am not stopping at anything less than 4 hours. Even if I'm not having fun, nothing less than 4 hours. If I finish a game and it takes me 2 hours, then guess what? There's going to be another game being played that's also 2 hours or something. Like, that is the goal. Weekend streams, at least 2 streams, but get a total of 12 hours, because let's be real, I usually don't have any plans. And if I do have plans, which is usually Doge forcing me to go out and socialize with people, then you'll be back to the one stream 4 hours each day. Now for making videos, well, I do want to do a lot of different edits and like work on getting the videos to be better and better. I do want to start simple and grow bit by bit through experience, which means I want to spend at least an hour each day, at least in the weekday, working on getting the videos to be where they're at, and then 2 to 3 hours each weekend day working on the videos, just to like at least have some progress. That means that most of my days are going to be about like 15-hour days for the weekend, with of course eating and such in between. And then weekdays, while I do work in the middle of pretty much every single day, I know that if I get home and just immediately start working on it or like streaming, I can at least get everything else done at that time. And I'll still have time to do dailies and such. It'll be great. But I'm holding myself to a higher standard, so I'm going to do my best to no longer miss days. After this pep talk, after me just literally going to sleep these past 3 days since recording this, and feeling even more tired than I was when I went to sleep. Sleep is just useless for me right now. I'm just gonna keep moving forward and we'll see what happens. That's how it's gonna be. With all that being said, I know that this was a long video. I said at the beginning that it could be long, could be short. I did this in one take. I didn't want to leave anything out. I'm not editing any of this out. The only thing that's being edited is essentially whatever music I decide to have repeating in the background, as well as the footage that you're watching, which is probably a Vampire Survivors run that I did, because oh my gosh, I'm recording so much of that. Other than that, like, this has just been one continuous talk about what is going on. And if you got this far into the video, I truly do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you listening. I want to once again thank everyone who has been a part of this community for this long. I've let y'all down numerous times, too many times to count. I have had numerous highs, but many lows throughout my time streaming, and I'm hoping that this is a new start to a new high, and when 2025 comes around, we are starting off on a high note and not a low note like the past few years have been. I'm really sorry I've let you all down with the inconsistency in my general demeanor. I really do apologize for that. And hopefully with this wake-up call I'm giving myself, it should, keyword should, move us forward to better things. And with life being just crazy, work being crazy, and with my health not being the greatest it's been, doing something like this, well, some people might say will have the opposite effect on my health. I do think it might be for the best for me to start focusing on this, if anything, for my mental health. With that being said, I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate the chance that I'm even able to stream, and I've kept up with it for as long as I have. I look forward to returning to daily streaming and hopefully back to some old kit ways. With that all being said, thank you all so much for listening. Now, some final notes from Future Kit here. Obviously, I still need to work on the edits, and I just wish I knew what it was called to do that old school pause effect with, like, on a radio where you press the pause button when I interjected, but I couldn't recall what it was, and frankly, my brain's been fuzzy while being sick, so I'm just probably being stupid about it. But I just wanted to apologize that if this was, one, poorly edited, but also two, if it just was a really dreary update video. The time that I recorded this, the sickness was just becoming a lot, and as I'm here at the final stages of whatever the heck I have, you know, it's getting better, but I probably still sound very dreary and just meh. And to say that the past few months have been tough is an understatement, but I do want to thank you so much for listening. And with that, let's have Past Kit close out the video. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Katathi. I'll see y'all next time for whatever the heck's next to come. See y'all later. Peace. Bye, everyone.